Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I am here with day one of our spotlight on the Taco Fiesta stamp set. This stamp set is super cute. This was the hidden gem in the catalog for me. The reason why I said this is a hidden gem is because I almost passed by it because it does not come with any accessories. It is just the stamp set. Typically, I don't go for stamp sets that are just the stamp set because I don't like to fussy cut. And yeah, I mean, that's really the main reason. But the pieces were small enough that I did not mind fussy cutting at all. They were so cute and I loved it. I used my blends. I'll show you my blends in just a second. The blends are the alcohol-based markers, so they were super fast to color, and I actually enjoyed coloring and fussy cutting, and it was great. This stamp set was designed by Erica Kerwin, and it was her $1 million sales stamp set. So I want a $1 million stamp set that I created and my name is on. So I need you guys to buy $1 million worth of stuff. Okay? Thanks. So anyway, we're going to use this. You can find this on the mini catalog, January through April 2023. On page 48, which I just coincidentally went through. There you go. Super cute. I love it. You got some ideas going on here. And then, of course, you're going to use your social medias and that kind of stuff to find more ideas. And you're going to copy what I make this week, right? The only other thing in this catalog that I used was on page 9. And I used these gems, which are the pastel adhesive back sequins, which are right here. Right? Beautiful. I will have everything listed in the description box below, as I normally do if you watch my other spotlights. The paper collection I use, since this set does not come with paper collection, I use the Celebration Dandy Designs. Here it is. Some of the pages that I used are on top. Now, I do want to warn you that with the Celebration stuff, this is page 14, you get the paper collection with the $100 purchase before taxes and shipping. Now, as of recording, the paper is still there. I just checked it. Everything is selling like hotcakes. I guess everyone got their tax returns and they are buying. Give me my $1 million sales. Let's go. So I'm going to tell you right now, this catalog is almost sold out. A lot of things I was going to do this week are sold out. Like the Shamrock Punch is sold out, which was this one right here. The gnome dies are back ordered until May, and just all kind of stuff. So I didn't want to show you something that was back ordered or sold out. So hopefully this paper is not sold out. I mean, obviously you can use whatever paper you want. So there you go. Right. The other things I used in this catalog. First, on page 122, that's going to be your cardstock, your ink pads, your blends. Okay, here are my blends. They are still in this bucket because I am going to move eventually, and I don't want to set up my pen holders just yet. So the very bottom of your color families are your blends, and so I ticked off the ones that I have. And on the next page, which is page 124, that's your blend storage, right? I showed you guys in a haul video. I have them. I bought a couple of them. I think I bought 2 packs so that way I could fit. They just stack on top of each other like so. You can get the ones for your ink pads and the marker to the Stampin' Right marker to match. It's up to you, but that's what they are. All right, the other items I used, you're gonna use your your white envelopes, which is on page 137. You're going to use your day-to-day stuff, your paper snips, your dimensionals, that kind of stuff. We are going to use a couple of these black gems on page 143. Yes, I am talking fast because I want to get through this. You can definitely look on my website click on catalog on the bottom and you can follow along with the pages, or you can just type in the items. I will have the item numbers in the description box below. Okay, so use a couple black ones, the classic matte dots, which are number 1 on page 143. I actually did use some ribbon, surprise, surprise. I used this glitter organza or organdy, what is it called? Glittered organdy ribbon. Isn't that gorgeous? Did use that. I also used the Stamparatus. Girlfriend, this is going to be your best friend with this stamp set. And let me tell you, because these pieces are so small, it was great because here's my Stamparatus. I could take out my little pieces that I want. Like say I'm going to do the burrito with this face and I don't know, a guacamole. Right? So I don't lose these pieces. I'm going to put the ones I'm not using on the outside and the one that I am using on the inside, right? So I did not lose any of these pieces or any of the little faces. I was very proud of myself. Also, it was very easy to line it up in case I needed to re-ink it, or my lines weren't crisp enough, or whatever the case may be. I do have the grid paper as well inside of here, so that way I can stamp off and stamp on. Just take my magnets off. Here's my grid paper. So I have a whole pad of it. I like it a lot. I also have the extra mat, and I do have the extra plate. It comes with the 2 plates. But I have everything down here, and I love all of it. So it's going to be your best friend. Okay, next we have your everyday items, your bone folder, your scissors, your you pick tool, or take your pick tool, your scoreboard, your paper trimmer, everyday items, right? Stampin' Up! Trimmer is the best trimmer I've ever used. I love it. Not gonna lie. Okay. The other thing that I used are these stitched rectangles on page 174. I have the old, I don't even know, probably like 2010 something, 2015 maybe, rectangles. So use what you have. These stitch rectangles are amazing. I did get to play with them at other people's house and I absolutely love them, but I already have stitch rectangles, so I'm going to use what I have. The stitch rectangles do sell out, so if you can't get the stitch rectangles, the scallop contours will work. The stitch whimsy will work. Excuse me. Even the deckled rectangles on page 170, any rectangle shape will work. You can obviously hand cut a rectangle shape. It doesn't have to be stitched or fancy. I just like an extra something on there. I did use a square from the Stylish Shapes. Again, you can hand cut it or whatever. And what else do I have in here? That was it. Okay, so the other ink that I used, I did use the Momento Tuxedo Black. It is on back order, but that's what I had. I didn't have my Stazon because mine was old and I got all dried out and nasty and whatnot, so I had to order another one. I just got it today. And obviously I did these projects before today, and so I used my Momento. When you're using your stamping blends, I would suggest to use your Stazon if you are impatient like me. Because if you use your Momento ink, this is water-based ink, and so if you don't let it dry all the way, your alcohol marker is going to drag that black color and it's going to bleed a little bit. For me, it was okay, right? But Stazon dries instantly and you're good to go. And it's in stock right now, so use that. Okay, I think that's everything that we use, so now let's get onto some cards. Alright, so first I'm going to show you these avocado cards that I cased from Pinterest. I changed it up just a smidge bit, but I absolutely love these cards. It's two little avocados. One says holy guacamole and the other one says you spice up my life. And I love them because they were monochromatic white on white layers. Look at how absolutely minimalist, clean and simple, which is my style. I loved it so much. Oh, that's right. I made all of my cards vertical just for a change of pace. And I did a full video on how I colored these, how I did the inside, because I was being dense and I just couldn't, I don't know, I couldn't do masking, blah, blah, blah. So I show you in the video. I colored the little guacamole. I show you what color blends I use. I stamped the little envelope. And here's a pro tip. I stamped this one really wonky and I didn't want to redo an envelope, so I just colored it in. So all of my envelopes have one little guy that is colored in on the back. So there you go. All of mine are the same on the inside. They say holy guacamole. So what I did with that, I had used this little stamp set that said holy guacamole, it's your birthday, and then just cut off the it's your birthday part. So again, I do have a full process video that I will upload after this one, so you can see it is just me coloring and walking you through it. So some people love that. They find it relaxing. And then you also can see how I used my blends. Okay, but these cards were already done ahead of time. I colored, I put all the pieces in a little kit. Like if you're going to teach a class or whatever, this is how you're going to give it to your people. You can pre-color it or you can have them color it, but it's up to you. So mine are already pre-colored. And then on my envelope, I just stamped, oh, I got a little messy there. I just stamped hello. Now, the fun thing about this stamp set, see, you don't see the word hello in here. You can use your other stamp sets. Just because we highlighted it last week doesn't mean we can't use it this week. This is actually a paper pumpkin stamp. And so if you want to know about paper pumpkin, let me know. Reach out, I'll walk you through it. So use your stamps. Use them. All right. When I was coloring these, I just stamped two of everything and I colored them up exactly the same. They were super fun. I embossed this piece of paper with the brick and mortar, this basic white with a brick and mortar embossing folder, and then I stamped hello afterwards. You could do it before or after, it doesn't matter. It didn't affect anything either way. So to be fully honest, the hello was an afterthought. So I was like, I wonder if I can stamp on the brick. Guess what? You can. So there you go. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this together. What I did to save paper, I just made these 1/2 inch strips of black. Okay, so I put the adhesive on the wrong side, but that's okay, we're still going to use them. I meant to put adhesive on this first and then adhesive on those, but that's okay. So I'm just going to put a little adhesive on my layer. This layer measures 3.5 by 5 1/4. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and line my little black strips about 1/4 inch down, more or less, if you know, give or take if you like or not. So this one I left a tiny bit, this one I left a little bit more black. So it's really your preference what you want. It's easier when you don't have the tape on the back, but I did. So I got a little eager beaver there. Okay. And you're going to do the same for the bottom. Oops. Okay. Now we're going to put the tape. Your tape runner, you're actually going to use wet glue because this is a 3D embossing folder. And so wet glue works just a little bit better, I think, to get in the nooks and crannies of your 3D embossing folder. That may or may not be scientific, I don't know. And then I'm just gonna line it up how I want it and set it down. Okay. Perfect. Now on this guy here, I did put the gems and I popped them up. What did I do with my layering piece? All right, well, apparently I didn't give myself a layering piece, which is fine. All I did was cut out a stitched rectangle and I stamped the word hello. But I don't have that stamp set right in front of me, but I do have a bag of card bases and inserts. These are just extras when I'm watching TV. I just cut up, you know, run my basic whites through the embosser and do that. So let's go ahead and add our inside piece. Now my inside piece, if I'm using basic white, I use tape runner because I feel like you can get glue lines. So whatever tape runner you have, the Stampin' Up! Tape runner is great. I just ran out of refill. Okay, so you're just going to line that layer up on the inside and you're going to stamp whatever sentiment you want to stamp. Because I want this card to be ready, I'm just going to stamp up You Spice Up My Life on the bottom real quick. So you guys get to see a little stamping today. I wasn't prepared. Here's my little block. Again, I like to use my H block, the long one. This is Petal Pink because I don't have Pale Papaya, but Petal Pink works just as nice. Okay, use your chamois and clean that off and put it away. Okay, I had to take a little Kit Kat break. My niece brought me a little Kit Kat from school today, so I had to eat it, right? Now I got Kit Kat all over my card. I cut my chamois down and just put it in this little container that I got. I don't know where I got this container, but I cut mine small. Put it in there because I have one for my Stazon ink and one for my Momento ink. Okay, so we put our inside. We're good to go. Now we need our dimensionals. It's an everyday item, right? And we're going to go ahead and just pop a dimensional on the backs. Or 2 or 5 or whatever you want. I'm actually going to cut one in half to share between the cactus and my chili pepper, because I am obsessed. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use a small one for my chili pepper. There we go. Stampin' Up! Has 2 sizes dimensionals, the large and the small. That's actually a half of a small, but it's okay. And I'm going to use a half of a small on my hat, my sombrero. Okay. There we go. Where's my original card? Here we go. Inspiration. Take your backs off and you're just going to line it up wherever you want. Just go for it. Put your little guy here, your little chili pepper. These little faces are so cute. And this one I changed it up a little bit. I kind of staggered them. This one I put them in a straight line. Whatever you want to do. And then I'm going to put his little sombrero on, covering his head just slightly. And there you go. I'm going to take my gems that I don't know what I did with them. Okay, found my gems. And I'm just going to use 3 black ones. Now, is this an odd color combination? It is. But guess what? I like it. Sometimes you just got to go out of your comfort zone and just do it. This is the take your pick tool. So I do odd numbers, typically 3. You can do whatever makes your heart happy. And you just put them wherever you want, really. Okay, so there's that card. Now, when I was trying to find my gems, I actually found my stamp set that I use for the Hello. And this is how I store my paper pumpkin stamps. I have these little clear envelopes, and I use the stamp set from the March 2022 paper pumpkin. And I wrote that here. You can kind of see it, but it says Hello. So there you go. Okay, that card done and done. The next one, we have our little Fiesta Piñata. Look at how adorable. So fun. All right, so again, you need your card base. Cut it horizontal or vertically. I think I did this one vertically as well. I did. 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. My base paper is just 1/8 of an inch smaller. So 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then I use my rectangle that was roughly the same size for the inside layers. So whichever rectangle you want to use, that's what you're going to use for the inside. Tape runner because it's basic white. Yes, I put layers even on my basic white because I feel that your paper's flimsy. Your back of your card's flimsy if you don't layer it. Does it ruin it? No. I just like the bottom to be as sturdy as the top. Alright, there you go. Here was one of the stitch circles that I used from that stylish set. And I just glued it down. You can tape runner glue. My tape runner is running out, so I'm just going to glue. I took my Daffodil Delight ink pad and the dauber, and I just put a little circle in the middle. I took the little candy stamp from the set, which I have misplaced. Okay, I took the little candy, which is right here, and I just kind of made like a little pattern out of it. So I just kind of went around in the circle. So I had it on my block like that. I stamped it, I rotate it all the way around. Okay. Obviously, you can do it how you want. The first card, I didn't do that. I just randomly put it wherever I wanted to, and it was good to go. This one I just had a little bit more of a pattern, and I colored my little piñata. I popped her up on dimensionals, as many or as few as you like. And I put some sequins. This card was easy. It was fun. Oops. Here we go. Again, using this Dandy Designs, you're just going to place her wherever you want on there. Yes, I did cover up some of the other candies. I'm fine. I did notice on this one I forgot to color a candy, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. It is this little teeny tiny half a little piece right here. That's it. That's what bothered me. That 2-second thing. So yeah. Okay. Here's my envelope. So I took that same candy and I stamped all over the envelope in the three main colors that I used. And I stamped on the front just a little tiny sneak peek of what you're going to see. I'm using the clear sleeves. Package mine up. And the gems I'm going to use, the pastel ones, and I'm just going to use 3 random ones. 1, 2, 3, any order you want to. And I forgot to glue down my sentiment, which is fine. I will just move my little gem real quick. Okay, so the time to celebrate is another celebration, or paper pumpkin, excuse me, stamp. It's down here. This was the March 2022 paper pumpkin, and I used this right here, time to celebrate. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so that card is done. We have the inside in there, right? Yep. Okay, so put that in the envelope. These are ready to go to craft fairs, ready to go wherever you need it to go, ready for you to use. All of my cards already have my stamp on the back, so we're ready to go. Last but not least card, super cute, thanks and thanks. Again, this is using a paper pumpkin stamp. But on this one, I don't think we're going to use any sentiment because you don't have to. So again, I stamped just a little mustache face on the card. So cute. And then I put this little black and white image. It says hi. That's it. You don't need to color it. It's really cute. Leave it alone. This one I used Granny Apple Green. The DSP or Designer Series paper is the still the same Dandy designs. There are a ton of Dandy designs in there. Okay. This was giving me St. Pat's Day vibes. Okay, we're gonna go ahead, put that there. My card is not burnished all the way. There we go. Our inside, I went ahead and stamped and colored the lime because, I mean, is it a fiesta without a lime? These would be great for Cinco de Mayo. So if you have a Cinco de Mayo party, you want to make your invitations, get this set right now. Okay, there's my inside, ready to go, ready for the message. What I did was I layered a square. This is a stitch square, one of the you know, predetermined size, and then I just made a square using my paper trimmer, and I will tell you the measurements in just 1 second. So my square is 3 by 3. So this square is probably 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Okay, I did pop it up. So let me pop it up with as many or as few dimensionals as you see fit. Okay. Sometimes I put my cards together before I add on to it. Sometimes I don't. It's just whatever I'm feeling. Right now, I'm going to put my cards together. Just kind of put it more towards the top than the center, I guess. Okay. And then my little Burrito, my taco, and his little sombrero. Dimensionals. Now, you could have stamped directly on your rectangle if you chose to. I just wanted to show you that the pieces were not horrible to fussy cut. If I fussy cut, you definitely can fussy cut. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of line these guys up where I feel they look adorable. Kind of without the sentiment, they're kind of floating, but that's okay. It's taco with a face. How realistic do we have to be? I'm going to use another mini dimensional, and I'm going to add the sombrero right here. There. Okay. You can stamp a sentiment, but again, you don't have to because not every card front needs to have a sentiment. Inside, you can put "You're invited," whatever. So I'm just going to put some gold. Now, these ones I did use the metallic. I think they're called brushed metallic metal gems. There we go. I'm just highlighting my little taco there. But they were kind of too thick for my cards, so I like the sequins better. It's less bulk. When you're ready to mail, you don't have that bulk of these gems. So I am loving the sequins. Oh, that one didn't have my stamp. So I just had these stamps made on Amazon. It has my logo, my website on there, and the copyright Stampin' Up. Stampin' Up used to sell these stamps, but they don't anymore. So you got to get them somewhere else. Okay, that's it. Those are all my cards. Super fun. And after this video goes up, this video is going to go up at 9, and then I want you to watch the whole video. So the guacamole avocado card will be up at 9:30, and it's pretty long because like I said, I walk through it with you, show you how I use my blends and whatnot. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.